Welcome to Sunflower Yoga. Please join me for this 10-minute wake-up yoga flow, ideal to do when you're just coming to the end of your period. So as your bleed is coming towards the end, this is when your estrogen levels are going to begin to start to slowly rise again, bringing with this a sense of fresh new energy and enthusiasm for the rest of the cycle ahead of you. So remember please to take this flow at your own pace, so your own body is your best guide here. There's no rush to come through this delicate transition as you come out of your period and into your inner spring. So we're going to begin this flow up in a standing position. You can also do the start of this down on a chair as well if that's more comfortable for you today. Okay, so just going to bring our hands to heart centre, just bowing our head here. Just taking a couple of breaths here. Just feeling our feet firmly planted into the ground, all four edges of our feet touching the mat there. Just relaxing your shoulders down away from your ears. Taking a couple of nourishing breaths here. And then on your next inhale, sweep your arms up, bringing your gaze up towards your thumbs and then drawing our hands back down towards our heart. Sweeping our arms up again, gathering up that fresh new energy, drawing it back down into our heart. One more time, sweeping up that energy, bringing it down, locking it away into our body. We're going to reach our arms up again now, this time we're going to interlace them. We're just going to stretch over to the right hand side and stretching over to the left hand side. Stretching up overhead. Going to join our hands out behind here, just imagining that little squirrel, that little hedgehog, it's waking up out of their cosy nest from their inner winter hibernation. Stretching out, doing what feels good for you. We'll be taking a few shoulder rolls here, just waking up all of our muscles and our joints. Hopefully we've had a couple of days rest time, really kind of nourished our bodies, and now we're ready to gently start moving again as our energy begins to naturally rise with our hormones. Just bringing your hands to your waist now, just moving your feet slightly apart here. We're just going to shift our hips over to the right, to the back, just come into a few hip circles here just to warm up our hips and our waist. Take it nice and slowly, no need to rush here. Now we'll take that in the opposite direction. Okay, we're going to come to the top of our mat now. I'm just going to come into a couple of just gentle half sun salutations. Again, moving tenderly to sweep our arms up, drawing in that fresh new energy. We're going to bring it down with us, locking it into our heart, bringing our hands down to the ground, finding your half lift, hands back down towards the ground, and then we're going to slowly roll up your head with the last thing to rise. So just planting our feet down again, just taking a moment just to relax our shoulders, tucking your tailbone slightly. Going to sweep our arms up one more time, bringing your gaze up towards your thumbs, bringing our arms down towards the ground, going into your half lift. This time we're going to come down into a tabletop position. And we're just going to stretch our right leg out behind here, pushing down into our right foot there. And bringing our right leg back. So we're stretching our left leg out there, just stretching into all the muscles there through our legs, into our glutes. Okay, we're coming back up into downward facing dog. It feels good here, we're just going to pedal out our legs here, again just further warming up the muscles in our legs. Pushing your tailbone up towards the sky here, keeping your shoulders down, away from your ears. We're just going to bring our right leg through now into a low lunge, bringing our left knee down. Just going to bring our arms up and down. Coming back into downward facing dog. And then we're going to bring our left leg through now. Dropping our right knee. Coming up into a lunge here. And coming back down. Going back into a tabletop position. We're just going to come back now into a child pose. So just taking a rest here in child pose, just to remind ourselves to move slowly and tenderly as we transition from our inner winter into our inner spring. So keeping our legs as they are now, we're just going to inhale, sweeping our arms up, bringing our hands to heart centre and coming back down into child. Inhaling up, sweeping our arms up, bringing our hands down towards our heart, coming back down into child. Taking a nourishing breath here, and then we're just going to walk our hands over towards the right hand side of the mat here. So your right hand will be off the mat, and your left hand's just resting on the edge of the mat there. Feel a nice stretch to the left hand side of your body. Just really breathe into this, breathe into your side here. And then coming back through centre, we'll take that over to the other side. And back to centre. And we're going to come up into a tabletop position now. We're just going to come into some cat-cow spinal waves here. So we're just going to drop our belly, lifting our chin. We're going to draw our navel up towards our spine, tucking our chin into our chest here. Remembering to keep a soft bend in your elbows here, no locking your elbows straight. Dropping our belly, lifting our chin. Inhaling, tucking our chin in, drawing our navel up towards our spine. Take that a couple more times. Back into tabletop, coming back up into downward facing dog. Taking a moment of stillness here in down dog. And then we're just going to come down into a seated position. Just bringing one hand to our hearts, one hand to our womb space. Just bowing our head here. Just reminding ourselves to move tenderly as we transition from our inner winter, moving into our inner spring. The more tenderly we take this, the more fruitful our gains will be as we travel through our inner spring and towards the peak of our inner summer. Just bringing our hands to heart centre. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me here at Sunflower Yoga for this 10-minute flow, just to help support you as you transition from your inner winter into your inner spring. Please do pop over to my channel, hit subscribe and take a look around where you will find some lovely videos now all ready for when you do enter your inner spring. Thank you so much for joining me today. Namaste.